So you know, when some leaders walk in a room, all eyes turn to them and they're just impressed because that individual sets the tone in thought, in word, in deed, just by the power of their presence, how they expect others to behave. They inspire confidence. They inspire command. In fact, when I was in the Marine Corps, we called that package command presence. And you need to do that. Because you walk into a room and people are looking at you and you have a tremendous amount of influence in what I call these impact moments. Oftentimes, though, professionals overlook them. And I'll give you an example of what losing the room or not owning the room looks like. I was talking to a friend recently. He and his colleagues were sitting in a meeting. Their boss was running a few minutes late and he comes in with a bag of Chipotle, not really sure of the agenda, and just plops down and says, "Okay, you guys, what are we here to talk about?" Not command, confidence, inspiring, right? Just looking disheveled. We can't command respect when we're not looking the part of the actual. And as you know, the actual is an individual who not just can be that command and control leader, but knows how to transform a group of individuals into a team. They are like the total package, and I want that for you. So let's talk about how you can own a room. And I'm going to give you 5 steps presented in the 5 P's of owning a room. It starts with number 1, being prepared. Sounds so simple, right? I have these conversations with my kids all the time that nobody has ever regretted being over-prepared for a situation. And when it comes to really especially important meetings, prepare. And what do you prepare? You prepare an agenda. You read the agenda. You prepare your talking points. You don't waste people's time by not showing up ready to have the conversations that need to happen. Nobody wants their time wasted, you especially. So make sure that you are ready to have the right conversations in the room. And if it's a meeting that you're invited to, but the stakes are pretty high, make sure you have talking points that you can share that have been polished. And what I mean by that is that you've actually spoken them out loud to yourself, even if it's just to yourself, just to make sure that they're clear and they sound articulate. I mean, our phones, right? Like, we should be recording ourselves for those really key moments that we have when we have to deliver a message that might be contrarian, that might be challenging, but needs to be said. So prepare. P number 1. Let's go to number 2 then. Think about your power and how you want to display your power. And what I mean by that is just the visual impact of you. If you have a lot of time to kill, I dare you, go on Google, search for color psychology, and see the journey that it takes you on. I know personally, for me, I'm 5'3", so not on the tall side. I want to show my power. I'm going to wear darker clothes like a black or a red, which is inspiring of confidence. I also wear heels, so I can at least try to meet people, looking them eye to eye. That's another way to show my power. When I shake hands, I like to think when I'm in a meeting that even if it's not my meeting, I'm the host. I'm there to greet people, to say hi. I'm not just going to go to my chair, pull up my phone, start getting my stuff ready. No, I'm going to greet people and really work the room and just feel comfortable and feel confident and have some warmth in that setting. Just helps me too, feeling not just powerful, but communicating my power. And by power, it's not dominance. It's more like confidence. I like the phrase soft power, diplomacy. So the third piece of owning a room. So we got prepared, we've got power. Let's talk about your poise. Shoulders back, held high, head held high. Boy, that's tough to say, isn't it? And then looking people in the eye. So key. Just being able to have a really strength in your presence, demonstrated through your poise, necessary. Let's get to the 4th one, because this is actually your presence. You know, one of the things I learned in the Marine Corps that was really, really helpful was just how to show up in a room and being available, like not having all these things that I have to carry. Like in the Marine Corps, as an example, we were told to never really carry things in our right hand so we can always have time to be saluted. But also, when you're having all this excess gear, it just makes you look a little overwhelming. We call it a gear bomb, and you don't want that to be used. So part of your presence is sitting down at a table, having a really neat, tidy, folio or notepad. You don't want to bring all your papers in with you, and not having excessive beverages around you. Simple things, but you want to look like you have your act together, which I think is so key. Final P in this journey that we're on in owning a room. You want to have polish. And what I mean by polish is after the meeting is done, that you're not jetting out of there without thanking the host or thanking the people who are in attendance. You want to be available. And if the situation warrants, write thank you notes or follow-up emails or send out notes with tasks and to-dos. Just putting the finishing touch on things. And then you have it. It's so simple stated, right? These 5 P's to owning a room. But I'll review them again. It's being prepared. It's making sure that you show your power, soft power, if that's your flavor of power, which I know it's definitely mine. Making sure you have poise, presence, and polish. All these things can be achieved with the right intentions. And I would love to hear from you. What does owning a room look like? Please feel free to share in the comments below. I'd love to get your best practices. And do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Actual Angie. I really am so excited about being on this journey with you to help you realize your potential as a leader. You're not just that command and control boss, right? You want to be that leader who influences and inspires and really knows how to make meaningful connection with people. You want to be the actual, and I want that for you. Look forward to seeing you soon.